Good day, viewers. Once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. Usual, I'm here to bring you the very best. It is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. The Arewa youths have gathered themselves in mass protesting, and they have given Tinubu ultimatum that Malam El-Rufai should be released because he has done nothing. Now, this brings me to my question. Ngozi Rabuzi made a statement that there should not be an election in the eastern part of Nigeria. Sheugumi and Sultan of Sokoto were ranting that she should be deported, that she's not the president of Nigeria. Now, after the Arewa youth make this statement, none of the authorities has made any statement concerning this. Does it mean that these people own Nigeria, Mr. Raf?
Yes, Nigeria was bought over by Senegal, Mali, Chad, Southern Algeria, Senegambia. Yeah. That's from Futajelo Island, Niger. And let me say, there's this country, Guinea-Bissau. They bought Nigeria. They paid money, before ever the colonial era. And that is what is playing out right now because the Fulani man is claiming to be first class citizen of Nigerian nation. The Fulani man. How could you expect this kind of people without any governmental post to come out claiming that El-Rufai should be released? A criminal. El-Rufai is a criminal. So the whole Arewa Consultant Forum, as a group, as a Northern Elder, as youths, they are all terrorists under the control and patronage of Mayeti Allah. So don't expect anything good from Arewa. Arewa Forum are asking for El-Rufai to be released. El-Rufai, a criminal that tapped the line of National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu. See, let me tell you, they are all talking nonsense. They will never expect anything like that, and El-Rufai is going to remain in jail. El-Rufai will be in jail, election will be conducted, he will be in jail. He actually committed a big crime against the state. He's an enemy of the state. To have tapped the line of National Security Advisory Department. It's an organ of government. That's a big crime. It's a treasonable felony. And nobody's talking about taking him to the gallows. It was a man that actually was agitating for the right, peace, and justice of the entire Nigerians that have been jailed. And they right now are canvassing for death penalty for him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what is going on now is that shame should be upon all the tribes in Nigeria. Shame upon all the tribes in Nigeria. Shame unto them. Ordinary Fulani man, Katuriara, that don't go to school. They are all archaic Islamic radicals from desert Sahel countries are the one in charge of Nigerian nation. Shame will be on the entire Nigerian tribes, apart from that tribe Fulani. Very murderous tribe that are killing and maiming in the north and in the south. Nobody is saying anything because they are so stupid. That's why Fulani is riding all over them. I could remember what prophecy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said from 2014 till date. How Fulani is going to wave guns across Nigeria, killing innocent people in the north and in the south, and nobody is going to say anything. And that is what is on course right now. And nobody is saying anything. Fulani is still as bandits, terrorists, killing, maiming, decimating people across the country, and they are looking like idiots and mugu. The government of the day is chasing flies by being serious, arresting Showore, looking for Dele Farotumi to arrest, looking for Ganifa Wemi to exhume his dead bodies and arrest him too. Clueless government. A government that has been bought over already by Fulani hegemony. That's why you are seeing all these provocative things about Arewa, the so-called Sokoto Caliphate and Fulani Emirates, happening in Nigeria. See, let me give you this as a warning. By the time Fulani finishes with Nigeria, we are not going to actually have an election of 2027. Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be the last Nigerian president. The Fulanis in this entire Sahel countries declared war against Nigeria and they are advancing. While Nigeria is sleeping as a sleeping country, destroyed by Muslim Islam, they are the one that caused problem in Nigeria. The Fulani Muslims have chased away the entire Kwara community, Akure community in Ondo State, Woro community in Kwara. Can you see any palace there? The entire palace is vacated by the Obas because of Fulani. Nigeria is, anytime you throw something like agenda ideology, they will accept it as Mugu, morons. What is in that religion that could warrant all of us being silent over Fulani Marobas, murderers, killing, maiming, buying, unaliving and disaliving people from the north, in the mid-belt, people in the southeast and southwest. And we, the southern Nigeria, we are looking as Mugu. Mugu. Time shall come, it will degenerate into the urbanities. And that is when everybody, what? Will mobilize and rise on their feet and show the Fulani's, the Fulani Morubas way out of Nigeria. They migrated from Timbuktu. Their overall grandfather, Ottoman Danfodio, over 300 centuries ago. And today it is playing out. Nobody's saying anything because Nigerians are Mugu Mumu. I'm still repeating it. Nami Toka Mugu Mumu. When they are supposed to be chasing flies, they will turn their backs on flies, be chasing what? Butterfly and fire ants. That's why Fulani has taken over the entire country. I'm telling you, the Arewa and the Tinubu government, they had an agreement. And that's why you see Tinubu very, very inactive.
Well, sir, Mr. Ralph, as usual, super analysis again. Now, currently, an accusation was made on the UK. I don't know if I should call it accusation, Mr. Ralph. They said that we should watch out and see. Have we ever seen UK support any Christian country
in the
any
world?
way?
In the
And
world.
a lot of reactions have been coming out. Mr. Ralph, what's your take on this?
UK is not supporting any Christian country in the world. One, UK is not a Christian country. Where you can see element of Christian in the United Kingdom setup is Scotland, Ireland, both Northern Ireland and is it Southern Ireland? Not two. You know, say there are two. I mean Belfast and Dublin. These three. England is worse than traditional worshippers. Traditional worshippers in Africa, they are better rough than England. England is a criminal setup, federative part of United Kingdom. They don't worship Jesus. They don't know him. They are too orthodox in action. England are too, let me tell you, England is not a Christian country. I still repeat it. They only speak English, sold English language grammar to us. Then I made away with our gold, silver, diamond, and other mineral resources. England, the Englishman is not a Christian. They are not supporting any Christian country in the world. Go and do your research. That's why they turned their back on the largest British colony in Africa. That's Nigeria. Thereby, facing Egypt. Do you know why? They face Egypt because Egypt is an Arab republic. Arab Republic of Egypt has the largest supermarket in the central London, controlled by Al Fayed family. Al Fayed family in Egypt. Yes, control the largest supermarket in central London. England has nothing to do with Christianity. I'm telling you the truth. King Henry VIII started the Reformation. That was how Protestant church, that's Siemens, Anglican church, and Roman Catholic ran into problem, divisive problem. 12th, 13th century. You have Erasmus, the scholar from Dutch. You have King Henry VIII from Britain, England. Are you listening to me? You have John Calvin from Germany. You have John Calvin, Church Presbyterian, Erasmus Church, Lutheran Church, Martin Luther, the Lutheran Church. Then you have many of them until they came together to make peace. England went their way with Church of England, establishing it in all their African colonies. They are not the origin of Christianity, nor Orthodox Church. Orthodox Church, I think, should be originated from Rome. That is during the era of papacy. They are not Christians. England will never favor Christianity on the earth because they are not one. They base on what? Naturalism. The Englishman is a naturalist. A naturalist is a man that believes in nature. He could go extra mile to go nude, nakedness. They are right now in London, nude people riding bicycle in the township to express their love for the sun and the natural atmosphere without putting their panties, their underwear. Englishman is a naturalist. They are not Christians. They are worse than African traditional worshippers. Being naked, being nude, nudism is a way of life and a part of natural blessings. That is British man for you. England, you have them right now. They are celebrating it. Nudism. In central London, with their bicycle, with their motorbike, all over London, naked. What are you talking about Christianity when we are discussing, having a discussion like this? You should pay attention to British colonies, the African countries that were colonized by Britain. We are all Christians and we are looking towards Judaism because Judaism was what gave birth to Orthodox Church, Christianity, that they pitched Christianity across Africa. Orthodox Church, Judaism, that's synagogue under Judaism. That is where Catholic Church, what they call us, Anglican Church, where I come from. From Anglican Church, we expand to Pentecostal Church, PFN of Nigeria, given birth to by Anglican Church. Do you understand me? So they have nothing. They are not friendly to Christianity at all. They are only friendly to Brotherhood of the Cross, cultic Islam. That's why you have many London oil establishments in London because they're after the money realized from crude oil, crude sales. That's why they could not run to Israel and give them help in time when Iran was bombing Israel. Britain was playing what game and deceitful schemings. They came too late and America said it's too late. You did not fight this war with us. Go. British man is a conny, trickish man. Forget them. They don't have any love for Christ. Love of Christ is not in them.
Soludo has come out to say that releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be a slap on the justice of Nigeria. Currently, Mr. Ralph, this is coming from Soludo. Your take on this?
And what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. A useless professor that is an illiterate, posing as a professor, has spoken his mind. And that does not mean that what he said is truth. What he says is his own opinion. If translated in under legal angles, he is lying to his ancestors. And again, Soludo is not in charge of this current administration. Tinubu administration promised him vice presidency comes 2031. That's why he has been running up and down, expecting it to happen that after this administration, he himself is going to be Nigerian vice president. So nobody should be listening to Soludo. Soludo is expressing his personal opinion, whom he be, a monster that is living in his inside. His spot is coming out to talk. So people like us, we don't take him serious. It doesn't matter whatever anybody says. We first know that Kanu is being punished under a law that does not exist. A law not embedded on Nigerian constitution. Kanu was incarcerated since November last year, 2025. So we don't care. And the only person that have right to release Kanu is the Chief Justice of the Federation, the court themselves, not even executive, executive organ of government, that's the office of Asurok. No. Each organ has their duties and you should allow them to exercise it. And Gumi is colluding with Iran to destroy the entire world. I don't know what is stopping Trump from arresting the major sponsor of spirit of terrorism, encroaching, as a menace across Nigeria. He is Gumi, his brother and the partner in crime, Sultana of Sokoto. They think that we are fools here, that Christians are fools in Israel, in America and Canada and the rest of Western world. So the game is over for them. Sheikh Gumi should go and hang himself. Israeli military bases has been pitched already in the southeastern Nigeria, right from the time immemorial. Before the war of 1967, Israel was already in the southeastern, east central region, where the atmosphere is more conducive for them. They turn their back on the northern Nigeria because they know that the entire northern Nigeria are people from Timbuktu, Mali, religion oriented. That is Ottoman Danfodio, who migrated from that axis, Senegambia, Futajelo Highland, thoroughly changed the mentality and orientation of the entire Hausas in the north. And that's why Israel pitched most of their hopes in the southeastern Nigeria. The military basis that is causing this kind of ripples now in Gumi, at his Gumi camps, Sultana Sokoto camp, it did not start today. They were with us before the war, and during the war, they went back to fight the Arab military forces of the USA and the Jewish state of Israel. They have concluded the agreement with the Biafra Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Rabeze, to pitch their military camp or bases in the east central state of Nigeria. They have come. Gumi could never have been or pose an obstacle to Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump. Gumi is nothing but a little rat. Yeah, posing for a fight before a cat.
Well,
He's a religious vagabond.
well said, Mr. Raf. As usual, you've done super analysis to it. Now, currently, Soludo is at it again currently because a statement was made by Peter Obi. Peter Obi was asked a question. If he becomes the president of Nigeria, what do you think Mazen Adikano has done?
He said he hasn't seen any reason why Mazen Adikano should be in detention.
So now Soludo
He is actually condemning what Soludo is doing, all Soludo's campaign against his brother Mazen Adikano. Peter Obi is a different person. They are holding Kanu without the constitution. Peter Obi can never ever do anything outside Nigerian constitution. That is whom he was when he was Nigerian Anambra State governor. From 2005 to 2013, 8 straight years, he has been so lawful. I listen to me, legal in all his doings. If he takes over, if Nigerians gave him the mandate, Peter Obi is going to release Kanu, and the ordinary cricket will not fly. Kanu committed no offense, offended nobody. Kanu is a political prisoner. In fact, he is imprisoned under tribal bigotry. It is out of tribal bigotry that Tinubu abandoned Kanu. Don't tell me that Igbos are among. Na lie. Nigerian president number 1 is Tinubu. The people that are in charge of this administration are the Southwesterners, and nothing concerns Easterners. Don't tell me, say, Soludo said, Hobuzadima said, Obi Kubana said, Ateze said, na lie. And where on no could not be mouth. They are using them as excuse and common parlance to convince the Igbos that Igbos are against themselves. which of course they are telling us 100% lies. We are not against ourselves. The Igbos are not in charge of Kano's case. Yoruba, Hausa, now Yoruba and Fulani. After Fulani, dead man that actually ruled Nigeria for 6 years, a dead man, that was Muhammad Buhari. There came Bola Ahmed Tinubu from Southwest that hate the Igbos with passion. That's why he released Igbowo, his brother, leaving Mazinan Khan to rot in jail. So let me tell you, Obi wins election. He said it meticulously. He is not hiding from anybody. Failure to vote him, don't vote for him. Vote for your people. Vote for anybody. Don't vote for Obi. Obi says Kanu did not commit offense. That is a natural truth. Everybody knows.
Well, finally, Mr. Ralph, a very popular Biafran agitator has come out to hit out at a Yoruba elder because the man came online, took almost 15 minutes of his time, lamenting and pleading that Mazina Kanu should be released. So now the Biafran agitator lambasted at him. Now you are speaking out because you don't reach una turn. Una don dey collect una own according to what he said. Now you have suddenly realized that Mazina Kanu was saying the truth. We don't need your plea. Go and sit down. What's your take on this?
That is true. I don't expect anybody to plead with Yoruba elders because Yoruba elders are Tinubu are Yoruba elders. Only few truthful elders like Baba Adebanjo, like Baba Farouk Sente, and that Yoruba activist that has BS, who went to court in the previous, in the past time with Ayo Babalola. I don't know, Dele Farouk to me. I don't know what to understand. He's an honest Yoruba man, and many of them. But I'm telling you that most of them have, deviated from following justice and the truth. Anybody from Igbo land, from Yoruba land that is begging the Yoruba elders, I mean Afenifere, they are on their own. They are not begging for us. It is over. Kanu has been there for 10 years. This matter. They have not allowed him to rest, a truthful man. And it is too obvious that Kanu is not the problem. The problems are the Fulani'S. Yoruba have seen it and they have tested the bitter pill, the bitter part of it. Right now, our children from Southwest, dearly beloved pupils and students of schools are languishing in the bush and nobody is talking again. It is Fulani, it is not Igbo. Had it been his Yoruba that is kidnapping Yoruba, maiming and killing Yoruba, Fulani would have started talking. They are the Fulani'S, killing and maiming the Igbos, killing and maiming the Yorubas, and nobody is attacking the Fulani'S. So what do you think you are doing by begging the elders? Begging the elders for what? Nigerians should come out en mass and face it once and for all. Pursue Fulani from Township, from Butchis, all their settled camps, settlement in the north, settlement in the mid-belt, south, east, and south, and pursue the Fulani'S back to Futajelo Highland and Timbuktu Mali. That's what I think I know about it.